We're back for another session of the Scouting Report, www.sj-r.com. Robert Burns, Jim Ruppert. Burnsy, going to go back over to Jacksonville. Springfield High makes the trek over there this week.
That's easy for you to say. No, it's the game of the week. Springfield High and Jacksonville. The question is Springfield contender or pretender? How well does Jacksonville bounce back after that thrashing from SHG on last week? It's a game. It's an important game for both teams for a lot of reasons, and I think Jacksonville really right now has more to lose if for some reason Springfield gets by them on Friday.
Springfield off to its first 2-0 start since 1998, hoping for its first 3-0 start since, unbelievably, 1981. That's really hard to believe.
Yeah, in that 1996 season, they went 10-2. You would have thought somewhere along the line, they would have posted a 3-0 mark, but it's been a long time coming for Springfield. But I tell you what, the thing about Springfield Group is they're young too. There's Terrell Bolden, he's the quarterback, he's 15 years old. Gilcrease, the running back, is 15 years old, but they've got the experience with Connor Hamay, the senior linebacker, punter, backup quarterback. He does everything. I would probably make Springfield the favorite, and I think the key to this game might be if Springfield jumps out early. If they get maybe a 14, 16-point lead, Jacksonville could very well start having SHG flashbacks, and it could be a tough night for them.
I like the veterans at Jacksonville on their home field. Snitker, those guys are licking their wounds. They got to bounce back from last week. They've got Mills at middle linebacker. They've got Snitker, Howell, Phelps. They've got some guys that have been through the wars before. I think Jacksonville shows the young kids from Springfield we're not ready to give it up, even though we had a bad loss last week.
And Mark Grounds, the Jacksonville coach, was a classic example of put the blame on me. His comments to me after the game were, "Well, I didn't have the kids prepared." Well, Jacksonville lost to a pretty good football team last week, folks. It had nothing to do with Mark Grounds having his kids prepared or not prepared. Mark Grounds' teams are always prepared. They just got beat by a pretty good football team last week in SHG.
Rest of the schedule's pretty ho-hum. Southeast goes to Glenwood. Glenwood has dominated that one, won 10 of the last 11. We've got Lanphier and Taylorville. Taylorville, I'd say right now, the surprise team in the conference. The Saturday game is SHG in Lincoln.
Yeah, you got to figure out. I understand the wheels are starting to wobble a little bit at Southeast. They've got to be competitive. Southeast needs to win a game. I mean, it's just that simple. The honeymoon's over, and if they don't win pretty soon, they're really going to have some problems out there. I don't know if Taylorville's that big a surprise. You got 20 seniors on your team. I think last year was just kind of an aberration. Scott Albertson's last year, so you got to figure those kids are going to play hard for him. SHG Lincoln, good luck, Lincoln.
We'll be back next week on the Scouting Report.